AltspaceVR, the most social VR experience to date. AltspaceVR is the most social VR experience to date. It allows users to connect with friends and strangers from around the world in a virtual reality space. The platform constantly expands, with new features and experiences being constantly added. However, AltspaceVR is more than just a social platform, it's also an educational tool. The company partners with organizations like the American Museum of Natural History to offer virtual reality tours of exhibits. These tours are available to anyone with an AltspaceVR account. The potential for AltspaceVR is limitless. The platform could be used for business meetings, conferences, and therapy sessions. It's an exciting time to be part of the AltspaceVR community. So let's start our video to know how it will enhance the social VR experience to a whole new level. Here we begin! AltspaceVR is the main platform for staying with combined truth experiences. AltspaceVR permits artists, creators, brands, and corporations to create digital occasions more easily. People from all around the globe can use this social app to attach and collaborate in actual time with a real feel of presence. Expressive avatars, enticing eye contact, spatial sound, and immersive digital environments permit humans to sense like they're collectively, even if oceans apart. AltspaceVR is sitting at the intersection of experience, content, and community. It is the top quality location for stay concerts, conferences, comedy shows, festivals, tech talks, crew meetings, faraway collaboration, etc. The most social VR experience to date. The most social VR experience to date would have to be the Oculus Quest Facebook Horizon. This VR world allows you to meet up with friends, explore, and play games together. You can also create your avatar and customize it to look however you want. The best part about Facebook Horizon is that it constantly expands and adds new features, so you never get bored. There are also many different games to play, and you can join in on other people's games if you want. Overall, Facebook Horizon is the most social VR experience to date and is worth checking out. What are the key features of AltspaceVR? AltspaceVR offers you the possibility to have shared VR experiences, whether or not it's miles for your non-public or expert life. You opt to attend public activities scheduled through others, or you may host your own, commencing it to the whole online network or retaining it private. Public occasion calendar. Just like activities on Facebook or LinkedIn, AltspaceVR could have ratings of activities on its calendar at any given time. These levels from non-secular meetups like a church provider or institution meditation to gaining knowledge of activities like periods on cryptocurrency, preferred science, growing writing, enterprise networking, etc. At the non-public front, there are stand-up comedy activities, satisfied hours periods, stay tuned, karaoke, and extra all in VR. Content channels. AltspaceVR makes it viable to comply with precise channels according to your location of interest. Content subjects are as varied as humanism, diversity and inclusion, and spirituality on the one hand, and stand-up comedy, tune festivals, and improv on the other. Just as in YouTube, you will be notified each time a channel is going to stay and be alerted to enroll in it. VR Worlds. AltspaceVR comes with a pre-constructed set of VR environments called worlds. These not unusual locales are public regions like streets and rooftops and extra fantastical places like an enchanted meadow or a legendary library. Event hosts on AltspaceVR can pick out from those worlds while making plans for a gathering. The agency version of AltspaceVR is constructed on Microsoft Mesh, and because of this, you'll quickly be capable of benefiting from the 3D photorealistic presence and spatial multiplayer experiences. This makes AltspaceVR an extraordinary app for collaboration, company activities, and worker engagement gatherings. Why should you try AltspaceVR? If you're looking for a social VR experience that's unlike any other, then you should try AltspaceVR. Here's why. AltspaceVR is one of the most immersive social VR experiences available. You'll feel like you're in the room with other people, even though you're virtually meeting them. Also, it is a great way to meet new people from all over the world. You can attend virtual events and meetups and even hang out in the virtual space. A great way to experience new things. You can attend virtual concerts, art shows, and more. There's always something to do in AltspaceVR. Also, for some exercise, you can play virtual sports, dance, and more. You can even join a virtual gym and work out with others. You can take a virtual vacation, meditate, or just spend some time in a peaceful virtual environment. Also, you can attend virtual classes, workshops, and more. You can even get a virtual job and learn new skills. AltspaceVR is a great way to promote your business. You can host virtual events, meetups, and more. You can even give virtual tours of your business. Finally, a way to have fun, you can play games, listen to music, and more. You can even just hang out and chat with friends. Benefits of using AltspaceVR explained. There are many benefits to using AltspaceVR. For one, it allows users to connect in a virtual reality setting, which can benefit both social and professional networking. Additionally, it can be used for educational purposes, such as learning about other cultures or taking virtual field trips. Additionally, AltspaceVR can be used for entertainment purposes, such as watching movies or playing games with friends. Overall, AltspaceVR provides a unique and immersive experience that can be beneficial for many different purposes. AltspaceVR is a number of the maximum dependable social VR systems out there, for the reason that it's far powered with the aid of Microsoft. What's more, it's too loose to be used in case you persist with the client edition, with Microsoft routing monetization in general via hardware and shortly through mesh. There is a mastering curve while you're getting commenced with AltspaceVR. By the time you get the quick tutorial, you will recognize sufficient to participate in lots of platforms of events. First, however, deliver you and your attendees masses on time to install and play with the tutorial. You do not want a digital fact headset, even though when you have one, you could use it to take part in a completely immersive 3D experience. You do want an audio headset with a mic, or as minimum earbuds in place of open mics and speakers. If you do not have a headset, you could pass it into AltspaceVR. However, you ought to hold yourself muted all of the time. If you do not, absolutely each person else will pay attention to an echo after they communicate, which is very distracting. You're doing numerous renderings while you are in-world. In case your system appears bulky, strive to finish any apps you do not want. If a person you understand has a gaming PC with an excellent snapshot card and speedy processor, that helps. A stressed out connection will paint higher than Wi-Fi. You're going into a public network and there are public areas with different people. As with any public space, speak to them if they appear excellent and stroll away if they may be annoying. If they may be annoying, you could cover their call card and block them, after which, as far as you are concerned, they do not exist anymore. How to move around AltspaceVR. If you're used to online gaming, you are likely seasoned with the use of the WASD keys to transport an avatar around. Your proper mouse button has a toggle operation. It defaults to look mode, in which you transfer your head around so you can see 180 degrees. You can inform if you are in look mode in case your mouse cursor is a whole ring, now no longer a filled-in circle. If you press the W or up arrow key to transport forward, your frame will circulate in which your head is pointed. The cursor changes to a strong circle if you click on the proper mouse button. In this mode, transferring your mouse will prevent transferring your head around so that you can circulate your mouse cursor to click on matters just like the menu. Even in menu mode, you may circulate the WASD or arrow keys, where it says strafe left or proper, that without a doubt simply makes you sidestep left or proper. So that's all. Let us know your views in the comments below and stay tuned with MetaGen.